The diagnosis that I received in 2019 was precipitated by a severe head trauma that I had received in a car accident. And I noticed a severe change immediately. I noticed that I had begun with quite a bit of crying. I wasn't being able to perceive the world as I had before. I didn't have the mental strength that I had before. It seemed like everything was a crisis immediately in my life, from the very smallest thing of dropping sugar on the counter to large things. So it didn't matter what had happened in my life. Everything was just a blown out of proportion crisis. I was actually very close to perception of mental illness diagnosis. I really thought that people that had mental illness had more of a control over how their mind processed the world. Now that I experience mental illness, it's a very different situation. I know now, and it was quite a learning experience, but I do know now that it is not something that you can just turn off and on. One of the biggest strengths that I've found is that I'm a lot nicer person than I used to be. You know, I have that almost empathetic, I've walked in your shoes now type of perspective. The biggest encouragement that I can give somebody who is about to be diagnosed with a mental illness or has been diagnosed with a mental illness is that you're okay. It's okay for you to accept that diagnosis or to accept the diagnosis that you're about to have, because you are just as whole as anybody that you're about to meet or anybody that you have met. So I wish people would just realize that when you have a mental illness diagnosis, it's not who we are. It's just simple as somebody that has diabetes. It's as simple as somebody that has, you know, gout, or somebody that has to take heart medication. We're just like everybody else. It's just that our ailments are in our brain. I wish the world would know that I'm a person like them, and that we're all loving and beautiful and made in the image of whoever they believe in or whatever they believe in. I'm as individual as they are, and I have dreams and I have hopes, and I have just as much to work on and to look forward to, and I am as human as they are.